Yes, when the restart program reached 50, the pressure came to bear everywhere. Mr. Taheri has said it. He said we must restart the country from the beginning. We must change the structure of the system from the beginning. We must deconstruct from the beginning, arrange everything from the beginning, begin from the beginning. Let's sit like the Simurg, open our wings, go to the city of lovers, unite our hearts, get rid of the rust and bring the spring to life for this 1 minute, which I also mentioned on Iranian television in 1974 and again in 1996 to 1997. I said that the world is interconnected. For this very reason, many of the listeners now were probably viewers back then. Just like the ozone layer gets a hole in it, we have a layer of lies, a layer of slander, a layer of filth, a layer of betrayal, a layer of oppression. And that's why, just as your car emits a monoxide and the ozone layer gets a hole, when you curse, when you lie, the layer of lies also gets a hole. Now, if the people of the world were to remain silent for 1 month, what would happen? Well, the apple you are eating right now, the level of cancers in the world, are all energies coming from the words of humankind. Why did 500 ants die? Because your foot, humanity's foot, stepped into the ant's nest and ruined it. And so you lie, you steal, you betray, you act dishonorably, you swear false oaths, you oppress, you screw people over anywhere in the world. Meaning what Gaddafi did, its effects are certainly being seen in Turkey now, where they are killing the Russian ambassador because the Turks are now the best force for him to be martyred, eliminated. Don't worry, their youth are ready to be killed. And so a war must start within a year or so they can make all these forces crash lit. The location is also very good. This is all connected. Truly everything is connected. This banana, this tree, if you think they're not connected, let's just amplify the frequency of an ant's sound in the world and broadcast it. Everything is connected. Everything is connected. They are all energy. These very satellites they are sending up now, this signal jamming they do, they say it affects a woman's womb. It has an effect. It really has an effect. We have a lousy little, likely colloquialism for small world with just one atmosphere, that's all. We have this air around the earth, and one of the things this air around the earth does is it takes the sun and its lights, its negative rays, its problematic ones, and softens them so the light can reach the area and we don't die. Now, if this very atmosphere didn't exist, if this Sufi named air didn't exist, if the atmosphere wasn't there, if we remove this Sufi right now, the rays of a perfect human named the sun would screw everyone over, kill everyone, send everyone flying. So it must exist. Right now, if your laptop is on the table, there is another Sufi called the acceleration of gravity. It might have no connection to the air, but it does. That's why it is. In the year 1704, I don't know how many years ago that is, 300 years ago, I don't know. I said it in 1376 or 1378 on the TV programs. I said we are all immensely interconnected in the world. Now, on this ridiculous planet Earth, this remote speck is a colloquialism for an insignificant backwater place in the universe. These pressures exist, let alone the other things in other worlds. There's Pluto. Now later, in 50 years, they probably don't kill 99% of snakes for no reason. Now, one of the most ridiculous things was, for example, imagine 100 years ago, whenever someone died, meaning without their memory being emptied, without knowing what had happened, the brains went into the soil. Important brains went into the soil. All this talk in the Valley of Justice. The brain of a Sadegh Hedayat went into the soil. Did we use it? Number Sadegh Hedayat said 10% of his words. 90% he said secretively. 70% he couldn't say. I'm just giving an example. It doesn't matter what Sadegh Hedayat's thoughts were. Now, 50 years from now, they will capture snakes, and from their brains, from their brain systems, they will record the images this snake has seen throughout its life. They'll take the snake's natural images and see where it went, what it did, what it didn't do. The same with humans, just like that. Meaning right now they can connect my brain to a system and see how I was from the beginning when I was in my mother's womb, what I saw until now. Everything I saw has gone into the system network in the back and created images. These images exist in the memory, as I explained in the previous program. An iCloud has also emerged now, though it existed before. This iCloud means whatever my generation has thought and contemplated, behind my back and behind yours, whatever anyone has thought throughout history has been recorded in this iCloud. That's why sometimes you say, I've seen this place before. That's how it was. Meaning, 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago, 400 years ago, people wanted to fly, and we saw flight. This is their iCloud. Likely a mispronunciation of iCloud that connects to their structure. In any case, the way we look at the world, if we think that when one limb is afflicted with pain, meaning this idea that exists now about energies in the universe that scientists are putting out, it's all from one poem. When one limb is afflicted with pain, other limbs can't remain at ease. If you are indifferent to the misery of others, it is not fitting to call you a human being. Well, what is the perfect human of the ants? What is it? What is the perfect human of the trees? What is it which he, who multiplied by a tree becomes a tree, which he multiplied by an apple becomes an apple? All questions we don't know the answer to. Not that you and I don't know, that's true, but a Sufi knows. The perfect human knows completely, because he himself has come out of the jug. Whatever is in it seeps out. He came out of the jug. They've made a game out of us. It is a game, so the world is a game. It's the exact opposite. They say the world is not a game, the world has a purpose. He, Hua, is not a game, but it has a purpose. Zero, or the perfect human, is completely a game. The game began, the movie started, from the moment the perfect human came. We just haven't yet reached the power to rewind the film and see Solomon, to go back, or to fast forward the film to see what's happening, that a dove is supposed to come from above, a girl is supposed to come. The very same topics that the people of Sufism put out and the religion stole from them. Who put them out? All the topics are from these same mystics, and it's Sufism now. You haven't rewound the film yet. Everything in this universe, when the perfect human was created, came into being. A covenant with God was sealed. The original phrase, Kalimullahi basta, is ambiguous. It could mean the path of direct communication with God, like that of Moses, Kalimullah, was now mediated or sealed through the perfect human. Satan. Who is Satan? Is Satan God himself? Yes, Sir, what is recorded in Satan is very different from what is recorded in me. Very different. Its very nature is different. You come now and tell me what goes on in the heart of a fly. You come and tell me when you kill a baby mosquito, what does its mother do at night? You kill the queen bee. Let's see what its military commanders around it do. You don't know. Satan knows. Satan is aware of the hearts of all people. What is he aware of? He is aware of their minds. He knows what he's doing. If he doesn't know what I want to do or what I can't do or what I can do, it shows he is weak. We are stronger than Satan. Understand where it is. Who is this that is stronger than Satan now? What force exists in Satan that has preserved the universe and created this spin motion, the conflict of two opposing forces? In the universe, where are its opposites? It's this very Satan. He knows everything about you. You say, no, he doesn't know. What kind of being is he? He knows everything about me and you. It's ridiculous. He speaks directly with God, asks questions, reprimands. He says, are you trying to fool me, buddy? Are you trying to lead me astray? Does this guy think I'm human? Am I a moron not to understand where this worm came from? This worm is the tree itself. God smiles. Yes, of course, it's from the tree itself. He says, so, I thought you created me to reach some destination. Now I understand you created me to become a part of a being. Now I must prostrate. What does it mean to prostrate? It means I must obey him. I must carry out this man's orders. So you created me. For 150,000 years, 150 million years I worshipped you. I worshipped no one but you. It was beneath my dignity to worship anyone. When did I tell Gabriel to go bring an apple, bring fruit? Which Huri did I? When did I ever kiss someone? Who did I have a relationship with? Where did I ever backstab you? When did I ever screw you over? When did I lie to you? When did I trick you? Did I tell man to do this? Did I lie? It's like that story where the mystic's wine was showing. A message came to his ear saying, "Do you want us to kick you down so your foot hits the ground? Your beautiful wine jug shatters and its smell spreads so people find out what was under this cloak?" He said, "It's no big deal for me. I'll just go tomorrow morning and say, 'By God, I will reveal your secret. I'll also tell people to kill, to lie, to steal, that you will forgive them.'" He said, what do you mean? He said, "I mean, I'll tell them about you. I'll say you're so beautiful, so kind, so lovely, a perfect human. I'll say everything." He said, "All right. Neither of us has business with the other. Drink, enjoy yourself." Satan grabbed him by the collar. He said, "What are you saying? You think I'm human? You think I'm a man? You think I'm a damn pulp, a filthy pulp, a scum of a sperm drop, that I wouldn't understand what you're doing? Haji, we slept next to each other. We got up, we talked. We talked so much. We saw Gabriel, we saw Azrael, we saw Michael, we saw all these angels. You fooled me. You screwed me over. What did I do that you threw me out? Where did you throw me out from now?" He told his own story. "You didn't prostrate." He said, "To whom?" He said, "To this." He said, "Meaning I should say yes, sir, to whatever he says? Who do you?" He said, "You didn't understand the sect of the Valley of Unity, buddy. I am he, Hua. I am not to be seen. I am not to be known. You must prostrate to the essence. That essence is this very Alif Lam-Ha. He is pleased. This is it, this thing I created. I created something that I know what to do with. This is thought." And Satan has not told a lie up until now, as you and I sit opposite each other, the mullah, the priest, whoever, buddy, until now. Satan has never told a lie. Everything he said is true. Mr. Hosseini, by God, we're confused. I swear on Hosseini's life. Meaning Satan hasn't lied? No, Satan can never lie. Satan, even in the history of religions, it's written that he told Adam and Eve, "If you eat from this tree of knowledge, you won't need God. You yourself will become God." And he was right. Then Adam wouldn't eat. I'm telling you your own story. Eve pressured him and said, "Eat it, man. Let us become gods too. Why is there a secret in this tree that if we eat the tree of knowledge, ignorance will go away, and if ignorance goes, we will understand. Let it spread. Let it go already." Adam said, "No, man, if this spreads, he'll screw us over. They'll mess everything up. The system will collapse. The authorities will get upset. They'll get pissed." Everyone said, "No, let it spread." He ate the apple. Adam turned to Satan and said, "I swear to God Almighty, do you swear by He, Hua, that if I eat this apple I will attain godhood?" And Satan said, "I swear by He that if you eat it you will attain godhood." And so it was. Because man then gave birth to his own children, he himself became the God of his children. He himself gained knowledge, he himself moved towards evolution, and time began. This Satan is within that very zero, and for this reason, the invention of zero is a strange discovery. I repeat the sentence, the invention of zero is a great and strange discovery. In the night of bewilderment and in the valley of unity, everything falls apart. What does that mean? Sadi and the mystics say, 2 kings cannot fit in one kingdom. 2 kings cannot sleep under one blanket. It's the same in mathematics. We don't have 0 divided by 0. It's indeterminate. It says there can't be 2 zeros. 2 zeros have no meaning in mathematics. There cannot be 2 perfect men. There can only be 1 perfect human in the universe. In the night of bewilderment, one of the things I did was I came and proved in a very ordinary way in mathematics that 1 equals 2. It was very simple. But I asked a question there. I said, yeah, okay, you sir, who talk so much about knowledge and literacy and science and all that about the circle? We asked that question. In any case, they all don't know. It's logical too that they don't know. It's logical that we can never understand. Right now they have made a machine doing billions and billions of divisions to find the final digits of pi. Well, if the final digits of pi are found, we enter, well, maybe they'll find it in 50 years. Then we're not in the fifth dimension or the fourth. It's another dimension. The concept changes. Then you, the story changes. Good and evil no longer exist. In fact, you sit there happy. You go into its movie and watch, and you say, oh good, the lion ate the donkey. All right. God, how well it ate. How beautifully it ate. You no longer say, if we come and save the donkey, let's come save the donkey. Well, if we save the zebra, what answer do you have for the lion's wife and kids? The cub that is crying, his wife is crying, they haven't eaten for 3 days, they're hungry, their brains aren't working, they haven't had tea with sugar, so glucose and sucrose and stuff can enter their brains, their blood pressure is dropping, his wife is sick, his kid is sick, they'll have problems. What's your answer? Should we go help the lion eat it? Well, if he eats them all, who will answer for this zebra's kids? The zebra, its baby was just born tonight, and the son of a bitch lion came and took it and ate it. You conclude, entry into zero is forbidden. Meddling is forbidden. Meddling is prohibited. Don't interfere. You learn to see yourself, your essence, to see yourself. In that equation of 1 equals 2, my definition was very simple, specific, evident, and clear. The scientists understood that 1 equals 2. We all know this. Both I know it and you might know it. And if you don't, ask one of these mathematical mullah types. Not every teacher can answer these questions. You have to go ask a professor, ask PhDs in physics, chemistry, and mathematics. You have to activate it. Sir, what does it mean? What does zero mean? What does it mean it's indeterminate? Didn't we create zero ourselves? He says, we don't know who created it. Zero. Any number to the power of zero is 1. Did you know this? You know, those who have studied second-year math understand. High school, 3 to the power of 0 is 1. That's the answer. 5 billion to the power of 0 is 1. The only number you cannot raise to the power of 0 is 0, meaning the perfect human cannot be raised to a power, he cannot become like 1, and 1 is always within him. It's mathematics, meaning the one who created mathematics was a Sufi. That's why scientists, now differential, now integral, now derivative, were all created from the method of limits. It's involved, they're all involved with each other. What does a limit mean? A limit means close to here. Disregard it. I explained this in The Night of Bewilderment. The biggest motherfucker of a curse in the history of mathematics is this: disregard it. It started with poor Archimedes, even though he had mystical knowledge because he was stuck. Archimedes explained the first limit. The limit was before Archimedes, Archimedes was the continuation of the 90,000 years that limits have existed. For you to understand limits, let me explain it in a very ordinary, folksy way. It's this. You go to the top of a mountain peak and you stand there. That's what a limit is. You go to the summit. Those who go to climb Mount Everest, they go up, 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 and they say, we conquered Everest. Did they go to the very, very tip of the summit? Number. If they go to the very tip, they'll fall. Half a meter left, 1 meter left, 1 centimeter left, 2 centimeters left. He's disregarded it. He said, I won't go to the very, very tip. This became the limit, meaning they took a negligible distance and made it into a limit. And in everything, analysis and so on, it's used everywhere in mathematics. We ask, why does 0 to the power of 0 have no meaning? Why doesn't it become 1? Just make it 1. What would happen? He says, no. If I make it 1, all of mathematics will fall apart. So the one who first created 0 knew that if you go to the right, it becomes 1. If you go to the left, it becomes -1. If you speak with the permission of religion, it becomes 1, 2, 3. If you go and speak without permission, sure, you're a doctor, a scholar, I don't know, a source of emulation, a scientist, whatever, but you are inherently negative. When you are inherently negative, nothing can be done about it. So why are you in hell? Because you are inherently negative. This is a very important point. But I worked so hard. I studied jurisprudence. Doesn't it have any reward? I've memorized the Quran? Yes. So why am I in hell? Why? Because you are inherently negative. You must not forget this inside you. If you eat this is inside you, you'll think it's a mulberry. When this negative is inherent, whatever you do is inside you. You have to pull this inside you, out of yourself. When you pull it out, what does that mean? It means you have struck yourself. You have put the inside yourself. Meaning, inherently negative is in you. You. Negative is inherent. Very simple. Don't think about others. The nature of negative is this, and nothing can be done about it. We explained there that, sir, 1 equals 2. Everyone knows it. Then when you want to prove the equation that 1 equals 2, the scientists jump in with both feet. These clerics, these mullahs, my problem with the physicists and mathematicians is also here. Let's just say we fucked up and the matter is solved. Why don't we say this? This is my problem. Now Hosseini comes on air and proves 1 equals 2, and the scientists give us a thumbs down. We say why? He says, in the formula you're calculating, it becomes 0 over 0. And 0 over 0 has no meaning. Disregard it, buddy. This is their whole line. Haji Hosseini, disregard it. Let it go. Don't tell the people. Don't explain this zero thing. Which parents meddled? Which animal has ever thought about raising its child so that later the child will go work and bring money for its mother to eat? Which dog has ever had such a thought? Which puppy has ever had such a thought? Which donkey foal has ever had such a thought? It knows its duty. A donkey, the simpleton, foolish creature. A baby is born, it raises the baby, lets it go, says, go live your life. Who teaches it religion? We teach them these things to use them. In reality, we want our child to grow up, become an engineer, and bring money like a donkey for us to eat. We don't have unity. We don't believe in the value of unity. We don't accept that the provider is someone else, is the perfect human. We don't accept this. That's why our hope is that somehow our child will help us, and our child is the same. Leave me alone, Dad. Dad, back then you didn't do something for me, otherwise we would have had such and such a house now. What's it to you? And thousands upon thousands of questions in mathematics. Everything is connected. Any number to the power of 0 becomes 1. Why 1? Why doesn't it become 4, for instance? Why shouldn't any number to the power of 1 become 0? Any number to the power of 0 becomes 1. Why should it? Who said it should? If we interrogate this, he has to say, a Sufi said so, buddy. We don't know either. End of story. Like decent human beings, scientists must one day announce, we don't know shit, buddy. By God, we are just like the clerics. Just as when we ask the clerics where they got the principles of religion from, and there's no answer, we say, I don't want to curse. You moron, tell people you don't know either. Say it was given to us and we're just talking bullshit. We don't know either. Say you don't know about 0. Say you don't know that the number pi has no end. Say we don't have a circle. Say Hosseini is sitting here. Say there is no you. Say there is Noam. Say all of this is the rotation of electrons around a nucleus. It's all empty space. There is nothing. Say the world is a game played by the perfect human. Say as long as you are a fish, the water of the sea is forbidden. The desire to watch is forbidden. As long as we don't understand the valley, then we enter the valley of unity, and we see behind the valley of unity it says justice. Only after the valley of unity can you then say, in the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. Praise be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. Praising the Lord of the worlds. The branches of religion come after these principles of religion of yours, you moron. The principles of religion start with the valley of unity, which is number 5. Meaning any Basiji kid you tell to command good and forbid evil to a woman or a man, You have to send him on a 25-year course to reach the Valley of Unity. I say that's fine. Let's send all the Basijis. 25 years at the Hosseini Seminary with Haji Aga Nasrullah Muhammad. Now Muhammad has come, a restart has come. Haji Aga Nasrullah Muhammad. Let's send them to Haji Aga Nasrullah Muhammad. Then you'll see what happens. Then he has to take a course. When he's taken the course, he enters the Valley of Unity. After 27-30 years, then send him to learn unity, justice, prophethood, imamate, and resurrection. That's fine too. I don't oppose it, I believe in it. Slap the girl in the mouth, I have no problem with you doing that. He'll be 50 years old. Send him for the next 25 years to just start the branches of religion. He'll be 75, and we have to test him for 25 years. Recite your prayers, let's see. From the beginning. What do you mean when you say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim? It means God is very great. Great from where? Is God great from his ass? From his nose? From his ears? Who is God? Where is your God, my friend? No, we can't see him. We can't see height, but he's very great. Great compared to whom? Compared to what? Then he can't even find God. He can't. After this Valley of Unity, you have to come to work from the station of solitude and abstraction. As much water flows in the stream, they all raise their heads from one collar. As many become one within one constantly, that one within one becomes one completely. Whether you see many numbers or few, that one is in this path in one. It is not that one that comes to you as the one, from that one that comes to you in number, as it is beyond the one, and this is from number. Avert your gaze from eternity and from forever. As eternity was lost, so was forever. How could either of them remain in between? This is a motherfucker of a curse. Instead of all this, Attar could have just written, in the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful at the top, thrown in a motherfucker of a curse, and by God, everyone would have accepted it. It wouldn't have made a difference. Oh yes, the accursed Satan. May God's curse be upon Satan. That God, that Satan, that curse. Who is going to send the curse? Let's figure this out. Right now I announce, go arrest Hashemi. No one will go. I say, why won't you go, sir? They say, because you idiot. The commander of the Revolutionary Guard has to announce it. That other guy has to announce it. 5 high-ranking commanders have to sit and announce it for us to go arrest him. A curse doesn't just come out of your mouth under a blanket. As long as your pocket is empty, send curses, hurl motherfucker insults, pray. It has no answer, you won't get an answer. He sees Satan. I seek refuge in Allah from the accursed Satan. God. Or may God's curse be upon Satan. God says he comes and gives a thumbs down. Which God? Which Satan? What's your rank? What's your grade? Who's going to listen? And Satan laughs, cackling. To your mom's beard. Your mom had a beard too. Now razors have come out. To my mom's beard. Quran. You see a sheikh for us. The Quran is in you, because the Quran is in the perfect human. Everything is in man. One. He, a capacity in 0. Hey scientist, please tell me. Hey Hosseini, what is 1 divided by 0? We don't know. Shut up. That's it. Tell me, what does it mean that 1 is indeterminate in this? Yes, it's infinity. Why is it infinity? 1 that 0 that infinity. No. That's why an Afghan enjoys it, a Tajik enjoys it, an Iranian enjoys it. That's why the United Arab Emirates, most of whom are Iranian, enjoy it. This is it. They don't mess around here. Ferdowsi, non-Ferdowsi. Then unity begins. And after unity, what? Justice. Justice. What does justice mean? Explain it. Exactly. Everything I'm saying is from Rumi, Saadi, and Hafez. It's true the program is improvised. I suddenly get worked up and scream. I throw a few curses at this and that. I'm not happy that I'm cursing, but, well, it just comes out, it comes out. What does justice mean? It means I came out, I've been out for 11 years. I could have been on Iranian television for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, making 5%, 10% of my people happy in their hearts, so people could enjoy this energy from them, at least have some joy. From Rumi and Sadi and a joke, the same thing I used to do. I should be earning $5 million a year. Now I've been out for 11 years. I'm taking a $5 million loss. What is the worth of changing the morale of a country of 80 million people? It's worth 100 million a month. Multiply that by 12 years, multiply that by 12 months, 144 times 100 million. An astronomical number. This is just what they owe me. This shameless oppressor who is being a tyrant in the country, whoever he is. We don't have them in Iran. I haven't seen an oppressor, but you've seen them, and you message me. He has done just this. This becomes justice. Just me? Rather, the one who is being tortured in prison. I don't know how you're going to answer for that. I don't know how you'll answer. Now imagine that 20,000 people have been killed in Iran, for example, which I doubt it's only 20,000. Go higher. But in general, this is it. Every single one of their families will show up. Justice. They must answer. Billions upon billions, billions upon billions. Is the university entrance exam justice? The entrance exam itself is a sign of justice, right? This very exam, the tests you used to take, justice is this. But is the exam justice number? But that village kid who was from the masses in the village like me, Tudai means the masses. My dad, he says we are from the masses as a family, meaning we're from the masses. The kid who was in the village, living in that village, the kid doesn't have money to hire a private tutor, doesn't have money to buy prep classes and books. What kind of just exam is this when a kid in a village doesn't have money because he has to work 8 hours to pay for his sick mother's food at home? Where is the justice in that? And then you sit there and talk about the elites? What do you understand about the elites? Have you read Plato? By God, if we had even understood Plato, we would have progressed. What do you understand? Which justice? You give the same exam to that poor kid who has to help his mother 8 hours a day that you give to the kid who hasn't washed a single dish, who curses his own mother out and is financially well off and has had a private tutor, and you call this justice. Is our entrance exam just? Justice would be, for example, if I said justice, we give a final exam, is that just? We give an exam at the end of the 3rd year, is that just? This one, his father was made an addict by the government, his mother we sent out at night. Then the child is at home with a cursing mother, a cursing father, penniless brothers, poverty, financial problems. They can't even eat a simple stew. And this child also takes an exam at the end of the year. Is this just compared to the child whose situation is good, who doesn't have these kinds of problems? Is this just humanity has completely tampered with justice? If I want to explain the value of justice, what can I explain? And this is me, the idiot, the illiterate, the ignorant, as they say. Let them call me the humble poor one, the humble one full of faults. God help us when it comes to justice. There's still a lot left. I mean, the Valley of Unity is a whole sermon. It's a dangerous valley. It's not a valley you can simply pass through and get over and all that. It's very difficult. Anyway, I entrust you to 0. I make you happy with 0. I entrust you to 0. I entrust you to the irrational numbers, to the square root of 2. I entrust you to no number line except for 0. I entrust you to numbers to the power of 0. I entrust you to a 0 that is coming, which is an invention from a great discovery. Until next week, farewell. If you explain 0, 1 will equal 2, 2 will equal 4, 4 with 6, billions will become equal. All the numbers will fall apart, houses will fall apart, the virtual world, then it will change, the 4th dimension will be passed, the 5th dimension will be entered. This is the main issue. Mr. Hosseini, is it true that we don't really have a shape called a circle? Yes, we disregarded it. Its limit, meaning we have a limit, we disregarded it. The number pi has no end. It's very scary. We've calculated 25 billion of its digits. There are 10,000 digits left. Let it go, buddy. There's no explanation. Because if you explain the circle, people will understand that the perfect human exists. Why? Because in the Valley of Unity, the principles of religion are explained. So the principles of religion have no meaning. Why? Because the resurrection, which is the circle, which I want to get to later, Doesn't make sense. You can't return to your starting point. The whole world says we will return to our starting point. This, indeed we belong to Allah, and indeed to Him we will return, Anala wa ana ilahi rajun, has no meaning. It's a ridiculous comedy. When you don't understand, it's ridiculous. The circle goes up in smoke. We say we don't want to disregard it. They will kill us. They will shove it down our throats saying, shut up. You want all of mathematics to fall apart? The whole structure to fall apart? You want a restart? You want all religions to fall apart. If we take away religion, what do we give people? The campaign of nothings, Hajji. When you've taken away religion and people understand there is nothing, then they start thinking again. They say, there must be something. The religion that you forcibly stuff into them, disregarding means this. Disregarding means, child, sir, pray, let's give him some money too. Disregarding means stuffing it into the child. He thinks that he goes to work and comes back. He says Allahu Akbar. First he does ablution. He rapes the girl in Evin prison. Then he does ablution, Allahu Akbar, and says his prayers like a donkey. This is that stuffing, the disregarding. In the future, in Sufism, in the country of Sufism, we will not disregard anyone who teaches their child religion. We will screw their father over. The father who wants to teach his child religion, or the mother, we will ask them, whose permission do you have? Did God command you? If it was meant for parents to be able to talk bullshit about their child, and these are the parents that God, these are the parents of God, these are the parents of my God of power. Look, I said this so you know, religious, military, shove all this up your, close the lid, flush the toilet. I'm using your parents as an example so you understand. If parents could teach children religion, then why did the Prophet come? Why do you have a Nabi? Why did 124,000 people come? God would have just told the parents, and the parents would have told their parents. They don't meddle.